Hi, everyone, and welcome to Southern Twist Yarns After Hours. My name is Brenda, and I'm the owner here. And as you can see, I'm here by myself today. My sidekick is not with me, who normally is. Evie is away visiting her mother for the Easter holidays, but she'll be back next week. So I wanted to come on here. If you got the newsletter, you heard me or saw the post that I put on there that, hi, Marilyn, nice to see you. That was all about a new book that we have in the shop that I have become obsessed with and cast on. And the name of the book is Knit, Fold, Repeat. Knit, Fold, Pleat, and Repeat, which is amazing book. There are patterns in here that are incredible, and I would absolutely love for you all to take a look at them. I just cast on one of them, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But first, I wanted to talk about this book because this book is like the how would I say? This is like a seamstress. This is what a seamstress would go by. For any of you that sew as well as knit, you will find that with this book, this is like telling you how to sew your knitting. The shawl that I'm wearing is one that I did many, many years ago. And if you've been at the shop at all, you've seen this on the mannequin or you've seen me wear this. This was knit out of just a regular cotton yarn many years ago, actually. And my mother was helping me with it and said this was really, really boring. It was just a rectangle. So she said, let's pleat it. I had no idea how to do that. I had no idea what I needed to do. So she showed me how to actually put pleats in your knitting. I was not sure I could do it. I'm still not sure I could do it again on my own without my mom's help. But we can achieve this. And this book will show you and teach you how to do this. There are some fabulous designs in here. It is a beautifully written book. It tells you many, many different items that you can do. You know, some I would wear, some I wouldn't. I'll be real honest with you. But what I love, the book, hi Anna Maria, the book is for sale on the website. You can pick it up there, or we can ship it to you. What I have decided to do with a pattern that I absolutely fell in love with is called Jabot. And this is just a picture of, I copied a picture of it out of the book so I could take it home and not have to lug the book around. It is a gorgeously knit shawl. It has these beautiful flounces down the front, you know, like a jabot, like you would have on your draperies back in the day. I don't think too many of us have jabots on our draperies anymore, but I do remember doing them. And it comes in the back to a small little triangle. So knit in 4 sections. You put this, hi Martha Ann, I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for joining. So you knit this in 4 different triangles. And in the front, you actually, these are triangles, 2 small triangles. You pick up from the center spine and put them together to make this beautiful flounce. I think it is an absolutely very elegant, sexy piece. And I'm really excited. I just cast it on Monday. I could hardly stand it. So I cast it on, and this is only as far as I've gotten. So you can see it's a lot of stockinette. So this is very gentle knitting, as Evie would say, very gentle knitting, basically just stockinette. So it's you know, it's not hard. This is great social knitting, great for TV knitting. You could do this very, very easily. It is not complicated. But the fun comes when you start putting the flounces on. And in the book, it will explain to you exactly how to do this. The book retails for just under $35. But in here are patterns that teach you. This is one, if you can see this, I hope you can, that shows you actually how to do the pleats that are in the shawl that I'm wearing. And very interesting designs. It's basically, as I said, like putting your sewing your knitting together. So a lot of the pieces are knit separately, and then you stitch them together by picking up stitches or Kitchener stitch is another way that you can do these as well. If you want to knit this with me, I would be happy to help you with it. It is a great piece. I happen to have decided the pattern actually calls for a worsted weight yarn, which to me is a little bit heavy for our area. So I picked up this Marisol, this Chi Chi yarn. We have this in the shop now. It's by Marisol. It is linen and a baby alpaca blend with a little bit of tweed to it, and the tweed is actually bamboo. So it feels a little bit stiff. When I first started using it, I thought, oh, this is going to be a little scratchy. I'm probably not going to like working with this, but as I've knit on it, it has softened, and of course that's the linen, that you feel in there. So I have just absolutely fell in love with it, and I don't know, I'm going to kind of put it up to the tweed shows up beautiful. And yes, I know I can hear Marilyn saying, but it's stockinette, and it is curling. But that's what stockinette does, and that's what you want in this piece, is that curl, because as you see, when it becomes vertical, that's what will give it that beautiful flounce that you will want in the front. This is a little too big. It is knit as a triangle, so you cast on a lot of stitches and then you slowly decrease it to bring it to a triangle. But it is going to be a beautiful, and then here's your kind of center spine that you will actually pick up the stitches and knit from that to put it all together. Very interesting, a totally new design. The book is a fabulous book. I can't tell you how lovely it is to read, and the story behind it. But that can teach you, and I've had so many people ask, how do you do this? As a matter of fact, we had so many people that asked us about it. I finally had to take it out of the shop because I couldn't remember how my mother and I did it. We did it so many years ago. But when I saw this book and I knew that it would teach me again, I did buy it for the store. So we do have them in the store. You can get them online or come in and take a look at it in the shop. I only have 2 copies left. It has sold really quickly because it is just that nice of a book. The Marisol, the Chi Chi, is a really nice yarn. Again, softens as you work with it. We have it in 4 or 5 different colors. This is kind of a neutral color, which I thought that piece needed to be in a really neutral yarn. So join with me on this. It's a lot of fun, very gentle knitting. You can sit and watch TV. Even when your husband or your partner starts talking to you, you're not going to get lost in your pattern because you're just doing stockinette back and forth and just doing these gentle decreases. So ask me about it when next time you come into the shop. You're going to love it. Hi, Fred. Good to see you. Is it getting warm up there finally in Canada? We have a beautiful sunshiny day here. I also want to remind you that April 30th, which is a Saturday, is local yarn store day. So we are really, really excited that Jill from Knit Sisu has designed yet another shawl for us. We'll be debuting the shawl. You'll see it in an email coming out very soon. Social media, we've got a little post. She's finished it. We've got new yarn coming from Backcountry Knitter. Serena is out in Utah, so we're excited about her yarn. Hi, Deborah. Good to see you. We'll look forward to seeing you in the morning. So I really want you to think about doing this pattern. It's really a lot of fun. Again, sometimes it's good to have a couple of different patterns, and you want something easy that you can set down and pick up your, just TV knitting or social knitting if you're here at the shop or whatever. But join us and let me show you how this is done. So don't forget Local Yarn Store Day coming up on Saturday. I kind of digressed a little bit. Come in and join us. We're going to be here from 10 until 3, and Jill will be here with us, and she will help you get started. Make sure you bring your needles anywhere from a 5 to a 7, and you'll be ready to cast on that shawl. It's a really good looking shawl. Lots of texture. It is a rectangle, and I think you're gonna love it. I know I'm excited to get it cast on. Also, don't forget, our retreat is coming up, our felting retreat. We're really excited about this felting retreat. This is our 2nd retreat. We wanted to try something a little bit different this year instead of just being a knitting retreat. So we have brought in a guest instructor from Georgia, and she is going to be teaching us how to needle felt flowers that we can actually attach to a shawl or a bag or onto a hat. One of the great things about this is you don't have to be a knitter, you don't have to be a crocheter. This is another way to use yarn without knitting needles or a crochet hook. So I hope you'll consider joining us. Bay Breeze Cafe will be providing lunch for us. We'll also be celebrating our 3rd year in business, which that's a big deal because we've been through a lot, with the COVID pandemic and hurricanes, and so we're excited about celebrating our 3rd year and moving into our 4th year of business. So I appreciate all of you and thank you for your continued support, and hope that you'll think about joining us for our retreat. You can go on to the website and sign up for that. You can call the shop, we'll help you through it. Also, we will be having door prizes. We have a raffle for any of you that have been interested in learning how to weave. We have a brand new loom and a booklet that will tell you how to explain to that. We are going to be raffling off. There is no extra charge for that. You just simply sign up for the retreat and you will automatically be put in there. And I know I've heard a couple people say, oh, I don't want to weave, but it makes a great gift. So that's an option. We'll have a pop-up shop also at the retreat, so you will be able to shop for some new yarns that we're bringing in and some new gadgets and just some nice surprises. We have a great goodie bag that you'll walk away with full of some really interesting things as well. So I hope you all will have a wonderful evening. I look forward to seeing you. Again, take a look at the book, Knit, Fold, Pleat, Repeat. It is absolutely stunning patterns in here. There is none of the knitting in here is complicated. Where your interest comes in this book is when you are putting all of those pieces together. So there are some let me see if I can, there's one piece in here that intrigues me, and I don't know that it would be something that we would necessarily wear here in the South, but you could turn it into a pillow. And it's actually, I have to show it to you because it's so cool. It looks 3-dimensional. I hope you can see that. This is, this is very complicated to explain. I can't explain it to you on the computer, but or on live on Instagram or Facebook. But this gives you the directions on, actually, there's a better picture of how it's put together. Again, stockinette, it is not difficult knitting. You're not doing cables. You're not doing any heavy lace, nothing fancy. But it's the construction of all of the pieces together that make this, to me, the most interesting book that I have seen in knitting in a very, very long time. And believe me, I look at a lot of knitting books. A lot. I get every magazine I think there can be. But one of the we talked about at the shop when I've shown this to a few people is that we can take this pattern and perhaps make a pillow. So you can still learn the technique. It's not quite as time consuming that you would do if you were making, the entire scarf, but we could turn this into like a toss pillow that would be great on your bed or on your sofa and just make it really interesting and learn something new. So anyway, talk to me about this. If you're interested in the book, let me know. I said I only have 2 copies left, but I can get more. You can order it. Let's take a look and let's do this together. I hope you'll join me in knitting the new project that I have just found. Like, we all need another project, right? No, I did not, but I have just fallen in love with this, and I think this is very, very elegant. So I hope you'll consider joining me in knitting that, and I'll look forward to seeing you all soon. And hopefully we'll see you on Saturday, the 30th. Bye, everyone. I'm on both Instagram and Facebook, so I'm going to try to get off of here. See you soon.